Hi everyone, it's Lisa with InkandInspirations.com. Thanks for joining me today. In this video, I'm just going to give a little tip on coloring with blender pens. I realize many of you probably are pros at using a blender pen, but I had a question the other day regarding the use of these pens with the inks that you can pump and put in the lid of our classic ink pads. So I just wanted to show a little bit on this basket of succulents. This is from the Basket of Wishes stamp set from Stampin' Up, and I've used the succulents and then this little basket right here, and I've already stamped them in basic gray archival ink. So you would need an ink that is color fast, like our archival inks, the basic gray, the basic black, or our StazOn, or you could stamp and emboss this image and it would be okay for watercoloring. So it's cut out with the beautiful new Stitch Shapes framelits. This one is one of the squares, and so I have another one, and I'm just going to show you how I colored it and give you a little tip along the way. So I have some inks here already in front of me. And like I said, to get that little pool of ink at the top, you can press down on the lid and then pop the lid open and open it up. You can also do some drops of re-inker in your lid, and that will work as well. Okay, so I have my blender pen, and the main thing with these is to be sure you scribble off to make sure all of the previous color is not still on the pen tip, and then you're good to go. Okay, so I have Mint Macaron, Pool Party, Cucumber Crush, Sweet Sugar Plum, and Soft Suede for this image here. So I'm going to try to maybe zoom in a little bit. Let's see. There we go. All right, so I'm going to start with the Mint Macaron. I'm just going to take my pen and pick up some of that. Now, the darkest of your inks is going to be that first stroke. Okay, so if you don't want it very dark, you can scribble off, but what I do is I find where it would naturally be dark anyway, and I am not an expert artist as far as coloring and shadows and lights and all of that. I just kind of go with it, okay? So that's how I'm showing you how I do it. So here, I'm using this here, and I'm going to start the darkest where underneath down here, where there would possibly be a shadow or where the light is not hitting it directly. And then I can just move on up and pull that color in, and then you don't have that real bold stroke right in the middle where you don't want a dark area. So I'm going to do this, and then I just get a good overall color. And the artist that designed this stamp did an excellent job putting in the little sketches. I'm sure there's a term for that, but I don't know it. The little shadows or darks. And so that's where I naturally put the darker ink. So I'm going to pick up some more Mint Macaron on my pen and go underneath here and here. And just easy like that. And the watercolor does real well holding the liquid. It's not really liquid, I don't know, it's some kind of little moisture at the tip. And there you go. Okay, so now I'm going to scribble off, and I'm going to pick up some of this Sweet Sugar Plum and come down here, just give it a little bit color, because some of those succulents have the little almost a lavender purplish color, so I've decided to use Sweet Sugar Plum. Scratch off. Now I'm going to use Pool Party, which is a very light blue-green. Here again, I'm going to start in this middle here where these shadows are. That's the word I was looking for, the shadow sketches, I guess. All right, and let's get this colored. Just move the color around. You can always put more ink if you want it bolder, but I'm just gonna call it good with this once more pass over, and then go over this center part where it's darker, just like that. And here's another little piece of foliage. Okay, So now I'm going to scratch off and use Cucumber Crush. And this is a little darker, so I'm sure to do it on those sketches where the shadows are. And so I'm doing those areas first. You can see now I'm going to pull in the color. Okay, there it is again. Let me get down here. Pull in the color. There you go. And you keep moving over it, okay? And that's a little darker there than I wanted it. I'm going to pull some more color right here so that whole area back here is a little darker. There we go. Okay, so now let's do the basket. I'm using soft suede ink here. Scratch off my other color, and I'm going to do these shadows first. Let me move this up where you can see it, and go directly on that area where I know it's going to be a little darker, and then I just start pulling that color in. And then when you dip again, start back where you want those shadows and then pull it out, okay? And with watercoloring, you shouldn't feel like you have to, if you have white spaces, that's okay. Okay, there's my basket. And again, I claim not to be an expert. I just do this. I mean, it's just fun and relaxing. And pull this color in all the way around. And then what I like to do on the handles on this little fibers that are going around, that's wound around the basket handle, I do it a little darker around those, and then just pull that color in. Okay, that's just about going to do it. Okay, I'm going to use this for a birthday card, and visit my blog at inkandinspirations.com to see the finished card. And there you go. There's your tip for today. I hope it was helpful to someone. If you have a question about anything, let me know. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.